I gave up 10 years of my youth to stand beside a man who had nothing. We clawed our way to the top until he became one of Wall Street's most powerful billion-dollar titans. And on our wedding anniversary, I found proof that he was cheating. While shopping, I happened to pass a flower shop. The owner was a bright, cheerful young woman.
Hey, gorgeous! Come in and buy yourself some flowers.
Her warmth caught me off guard. What surprised me even more was how young she was, and that she already owned a shop in this neighborhood. This was Soho, Manhattan, one of the most expensive commercial districts in New York, where the annual rent alone could bankrupt most people. She smiled shyly.
My boyfriend bought it for me.
A flicker of envy rose in my chest.
You're so lucky to have a partner who supports your dreams like that.
Without thinking, my mind drifted to my husband, William. Owning a cozy flower shop in Brooklyn's iconic brownstone neighborhood had once been my greatest dream.
But he said it had no value. He told me running a flower shop was just an excuse for people who didn't want to work.
The girl's sapphire blue eyes immediately filled with indignation.
No value? Is he looking for a wife or hiring an employee? I wouldn't put up with that for a single day. In New York, any man who doesn't respect your dreams doesn't deserve you. My boyfriend sent someone to pick up the flowers.
I followed her gaze. The man walking in wore a perfectly tailored, charcoal gray suit. It was Arthur, the longtime butler of the Vanderbilt estate on Long Island. The moment Arthur recognized me, all the color drained from his face. He froze in place as though he'd seen a ghost.
Mrs.
Chloe noticed nothing. She skipped behind the counter and carefully lifted out an elegant black velvet jewelry box.
Perfect timing, Arthur. Please return this to William for me. He practically forced me to take it yesterday. It's a limited edition Harry Winston piece. It's way too expensive. I can't accept it.
Arthur reached out with trembling hands. I could see his fingers shaking. Mine were shaking too. Every drop of blood in my body seemed to freeze, because I recognized that deep emerald green box. Inside was a pink diamond necklace. Just last week, William had flown to Sotheby's auction in Switzerland to bid on it in person. Our 5th wedding anniversary was only days away. I believed, with all my heart, that it was the anniversary gift he'd carefully chosen for me. Looking back now, I had never looked more pathetic.
But he came so late last night. He said something came up.
Yesterday was my 30th birthday. The candles on my birthday cake burned alone until they melted into pools of cold wax. He'd called me then, his tone icy and detached, explaining that an emergency board meeting had sprung up at the firm.
We have an emergency board meeting.
It's too late. Don't wait up. I'll make it up to you tomorrow.
So that was the something that delayed him. It was me. In William Vanderbilt's meticulously scheduled life, planned down to the minute, his wife had always belonged under one category, a distraction. I took a deep breath, forcing back the tears burning behind my eyes. I told myself it was time to leave. At least I could leave with what little dignity I had left. But just as I turned around, the corner of my eye caught something on the feature wall at the back of the flower shop. It was one of my paintings. Nestled inside a warm white vintage frame hung an intricate hand-drawn design. A vine-covered archway, windowsills lined with lavender, an old upright piano sitting in the corner. In the bottom right corner, a chubby orange tabby cat curled up napping inside a flower basket. My feet felt cemented to the floor. I couldn't move an inch. 3 winters ago, during one of Manhattan's worst snowstorms, I spent an entire afternoon curled up beside the fireplace in our Long Island estate, sketching the flower shop I'd always dreamed of. When I finished, I carried the drawing to William, my eyes full of hope.
Maybe one day, when life slows down, I'd love to open a shop like this.
He'd only glanced at it dismissively.
The company's too busy. We'll talk about it later.
Later, after we moved, the drawing disappeared. I tore apart the study searching for it. I was so desperate I nearly cried. William brushed it off casually, telling me the moving company had been careless and lost it, that he'd already sent people to negotiate compensation. That night, he came home with a bouquet of lilies. He gently patted my head.
It's just one drawing, not worth moping over. It's nothing valuable.
So, I drew it again. But no matter how hard I tried, I could never recreate the hope that lived in the original. For 3 years, I'd believed that manuscript holding all my youthful aspirations had been thrown away as trash. Instead, it had been carefully framed, displayed on the wall of Chloe's flower shop as a symbol of her taste. No wonder this place had felt strangely familiar the moment I walked in. William hadn't simply stolen my dream. He'd taken my blueprint, my heart and my labor, and built my lifelong dream for another woman, stitch by stitch.
You've been staring at that painting this whole time. Do you like it? My boyfriend drew it just for me. He's amazing. He's the youngest investment genius on Wall Street.
He drew it for her. He stole my dream, signed his own name to it, and handed it to another woman as a romantic gift. He was the same man who'd once looked at me in the eye and told me flowers had no value, who insisted that, as his wife, I should become a ruthless business executive instead. Then, as the company's controlling shareholder, he killed my projects, one after another, rejected every proposal I fought for, and humiliated me in front of senior executives without the slightest hesitation. In every interview, he proudly claimed he never mixed business with personal feelings. But from beginning to end, he had only ever done one thing. He snuffed out my dreams, only to light them up for someone else. The very excuse he used to crush me became the love letter he used to spoil her, using the exact same blueprint. When I stepped out of the flower shop, sunlight poured over my shoulders. Yet I felt colder than I ever had, as if I were standing in the middle of a freezing December storm. Arthur hurried after me, panic written all over his face. He opened his mouth several times, but couldn't get a single sentence out. I paid him no mind, my face blank, as I stared straight ahead. A cold breeze drifted out through the flower shop door, carrying the sweet fragrance of flowers that belonged to someone else. And all I could think was this: the things that were stolen from me, it's time I took them back. The next morning, at the company's monthly executive meeting, I finished presenting our branding strategy for the new quarter. Silence filled the boardroom.
Everyone, take a good look. This is exactly what a weak proposal looks like. The structure is sloppy, the messaging has no focus.
From beginning to end, he never looked at me once. In the executive boardroom packed with more than 20 senior managers, I could hear nothing but my own uneven, humiliated breathing.
Clara, if this is the best your team can produce, then I suggest you seriously reevaluate your staffing.
Reevaluate your staffing. In corporate America, those 4 words were the most polite and the cruelest way to say, your people aren't good enough, and neither are you. After the meeting, the entire brand department sank into silence. No one dared say a word. I found Sarah crouched in the corner of the break room, quietly wiping away tears. She was 43 years old, a single mother raising her son alone. At home, she was also caring for her bedridden mother, whose medical bills were overwhelming. To finish this proposal, she'd worked 3 consecutive all-nighters. I'd practically ordered her to take a day off. She refused stubbornly.
If this campaign fails, Mr. Vanderbilt will fire me, and then my whole family loses everything.
She huddled there, too afraid to let her sobs make any noise.
Sarah, I'll figure out the proposal. You should go home early today, spend some time with your mom.
Sarah slowly looked up. Her eyes were swollen and bloodshot.
I just don't understand. Our proposal was so much better than the other teams. So why is Mr. Vanderbilt always targeting us?
After everyone left, I remained alone in the empty office. I stared at the proposal William had covered in red X's. The truth was, it was the strongest campaign I'd created in the past 3 years. And as one of Wall Street's sharpest investors, he knew that better than anyone. After work, I couldn't bear the thought of returning to that cold, lifeless mansion. So I drove to my mother's house instead. But the moment I opened the door, I almost thought I had the wrong address. The small living room was overflowing with flowers. Every variety imaginable. Every bouquet lavishly wrapped. Each one sealed with an elegant wax stamp that screamed luxury.
Mom, where did all these flowers come from?
Oh, William signed me up for a membership at a boutique flower shop in Manhattan last month. They deliver flowers twice a week.
She forced a smile, but I caught the hesitation in her eyes.
You've loved flowers ever since you were little.
My eyes drifted to her reddened nose, her eyelids visibly puffy and inflamed.
Mom, is your pollen allergy acting up again?
Last Thanksgiving, William had filled my mother's entire house with extravagant flower arrangements. She didn't want to embarrass her wealthy son-in-law, so she endured the allergic reaction without saying a word. That night, Her asthma attack became so severe. She spent 4 days in the ICU. Afterward, I had a serious conversation with William, and he promised me he'd remember. Remember? Apparently, his version of remembering was sending her fresh flowers twice every single week.
Mom, I'll throw these away.
No! William means well. He's so busy, yet he still thinks about an old woman like me. You and William should focus on your marriage. Don't argue over a few bouquets. I'm really fine.
My eyes fixed on the flowers. Tied to each stem was an elegant small card printed with an ornate logo, Chloe's Floral Studio. My mother's health and her life meant absolutely nothing to him, yet boosting Chloe's modest business revenue was his priority. When I returned to our Long Island home, the moment I opened the front door, the overwhelming scent of fresh flowers hit me again. Small vases of fresh daisies lined the entryway, hallways, our bedroom, even the sink counter in the bathroom. William poked his head out from his study, wearing silk pajamas, a soft smile tugging at his lips.
Do you like them?